You are now listening to the sounds of Mood Swing Music Group.
What's up and welcome back to the channel. And today what we gonna do, we gonna get into part 5 of the beat making series, man. So today, this is gonna be the 5th and final episode of the beginner's beat making tutorial. So what we gonna do, we gonna take that beat that we've been working on and we gonna do a little sequencing and arranging and turn it into an actual track. So what we gonna do, we gonna go in here, we gonna fire up our trusty old Maschine 2 software, and we're going to get at it. My machine seemed to be taking a little while because I just did an update on it, so I guess it got to do a little thinking. I probably should have did this before I started. Yeah, there I go. I just updated to that Maschine 2.12.1. Don't really know what it does yet, but we're going to get down into this sequencing, man. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible because I truly believe that for the beginner that's using Maschine, you don't want all of the tips and tricks up front. Some of this stuff you're going to learn along the way. So we're going to go in here. We're going to open up our beat that we were working on last time. And for those who don't remember, this is what we came up with in total. So now it's time for us to take this beat, man, and turn it into an actual track. So, excuse me. So say for instance, what we want to do, we want to get this track ready to send off to an artist or a friend or even for ourselves to start doing some vocals too. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to be in this screen right here. And, you can hit this little icon here and it'll take you over to the main screen. Let's go back. Let's get in here. And we just going the way I normally start it is like this. We'll double click on this, bring that in. Actually, we won't add any more sounds. We're going to be satisfied with what we got. And let's just start, man. Let's go to this first one here, which is the actual beat. And what I normally do is something super simple. And I just right click on pattern. And I just duplicate it. I duplicated about maybe 5 or 6 times, depending on how far I want to break the beat down. Then I'll take this first one and I'll right click on it and I'll rename it and I'll make it intro. And basically what this is getting ready to be, this is going to be the intro to the entire track. So normally what I do, I'll listen to the beat by itself and see how I would like for it to break down on the intro. So let's take a listen. And you can even start breaking it down while you're listening to it. I'm going to take all of those out. Take all of those out. I'll take the hi-hats out. And you start hearing it break down. There you go. You know what? I'm gonna go as far as to take all of this out. So let's see what we want to do here. Is it anything we want to add back? All right, so we'll call that our intro. Let's stop that. So that'll be our intro. Then we'll go to our next one. We'll rename it, and we'll keep it simple. You guys can name it whatever you want to name it. I'm just going to name this one, we'll say lead one. And then on this lead one, what I normally do, I'll bring the track in maybe minus the hi-hats. And just minus a few things, let you get in the groove first. Let's see how this sounds. You know what? I might steal this clap out of here too. And feel free to set it up however you want. Okay, so that'll be lead one. This next one here, we'll make it lead. Let's rename. And we'll make it lead 1.5, because what we'll do, a few of those elements that we took out of that last one, we'll bring them back. So I'll go here, go about halfway, take this out, and basically we'll let the beat build, and you'll hear it once you start doing it. Leave that clap in, leave that in. And that'll be 1.5. Go to this next one, rename, and we'll call it lead full. And this one will just stay totally full with everything on it. We go to this next one and we'll start thinking about breaking the beat down. So then we'll call this breakdown. And on this one, what we'll do is we take half of these out. And guys, I'm just experimenting. I'm literally just like grabbing stuff and pulling it in and out. And once we start putting the track together, you'll just start seeing different transitions as we put it together. So feel free, make you several duplicates of your drum kit track and just manipulate all of them as much as possible. We'll take all of this out, the front end. Let's see how it sounds so far. And then I'll take this out. Oops, didn't want to grab that. Take this out again. And that'll be that one. So then we'll go here and we'll just make this one an outro. We'll call it outro. And this one is going to be simple. Show you why. Because I'm going to take all of the kicks out. No, I'm not going to take all the kicks out. I'll take all the kicks out with the exception of the first set there. Then we definitely want to take the hi-hats out of the end of the track. Let's see here. We can steal these out, and you'll see where I'm going with this in just a minute. And we can steal those out, and that'll be the outro. So now that we got those all done, that'll be that. So we got an intro, a lead 1, a lead 1.5, a lead full, a breakdown, and an outro. Keeping it simple. So now we're going to go to the next one. We're going to hit this B1, and we're going to light it up, and we're going to play it and see what we got. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we got basically our lead plucks here that we would like to ride through most of the track. So we'll copy this one several times also. We'll do some duplicates on here so that we can manipulate a little bit. Probably don't need no more than about 4 of them. Yeah, we'll stick with 4. Let's go to this first one. Naturally, we'll call it intro just for video purposes, just to keep this simple so that you're not losing yourself. Because I'm going to show you why that's important. And once we get to the arrangement part, you're just going to be able to, everything that says intro, you'll be able to pick all of them and put them together, and it'll just go together that much easier. So on this first one, let's listen to it. We got 2 sounds here. So what we're going to do, unmute that, and I'm going to delete this one. And basically, this is going to be my intro. So now I'm going to go to the next one. As you can see, it came on that next one, the second one came back, and what I'm going to do is I am going to rename it. Lead verse. And let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can do something different. Let's see if we can go into this. Let's get rid of this. No, we'll keep that on there. Let's go into here. Let's go here. Let's go into here. And let's see if we can edit this sample. Now, what do we want to do? Do we want to... We'll go here and edit it. Let's see what that looks like. Nope, that's not what we want. Let's go here and edit the sample. And go back. What am I doing wrong here? What I want to do, I don't know how I really want to do this. I want to mess with this a little bit. But for video purposes, let's go back. We'll drop that in there. We'll leave that as is. I don't want to make the video too long. Let's go rename this. We'll say We'll say second lead. And then we'll say outro. Okay, we got that one. Let's see. We'll go here. Second lead. Take that off. And then outro. I don't really know what I want to do there. I got an idea, but I don't want to take too much time on the video. So let's go right click on this C right here and bring it in solo. And let's see what we got on this. You know what? Let's go back. Let's go back. Right click on this one, and this one we'll rename lead plug. Now we'll right click on this and we'll go into this one and let's see what's on this one. Look like we got our strings on here, so what we'll do, we'll duplicate it several times. Did I not hit duplicate? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Then we go here, we'll call this intro. And guys, this is a really simple way of doing it. I'm trying to do it as fast as possible so that you can get this video and actually get into it and start experimenting, because I really believe that once you start experimenting, you're going to find out more stuff and you'll be able to experiment inside of Maschine instead of watching somebody else do it. You'll be able to sit down with some of these techniques and experiment while inside a Maschine and come up with your own methods and ways of doing things in Maschine, because a lot of this stuff that I'm doing, I do it this way because this is the way I do it. It's just that simple. I don't do it because somebody taught me this. I do it because I've been using Maschine for years, and these are just the ways that I've come up with to use Maschine, because I also use Logic, Ableton, mostly Logic, so Maschine is like not really high on my list. I use it quite a bit, but not as much as you would think. I also use, what's my other one I use? Let's look down here. Oh yeah, I use Waveform. So I use a lot of different things to make music because mostly I'm an audio engineer. I'm not really a quote unquote beat maker or producer full time. I do mostly audio engineering, so I'm more into the recording and mixing and mastering stuff, but I do make tracks. I've made hundreds of tracks over my career, so it's not like I'm a new booty or anything. So we got the strings in that one. So we're gonna right click on this one. We'll go in, see what it is. Let's listen to it. And this is our low frequency, our bass. I don't think we need to really go in here in depth too much. So what we'll do, I'll duplicate it 3 times just in case I come up with something. So let's go here. We'll rename it, call this one intro. Let's go down here. Let's go in here. What if I wanted to do something? Can I do this? Would this work? Let's try it. Let's see what that looks like. Nope, and that did not work. Ooh. Ooh. Let's go back in here. I know why it didn't work though. Let's look. Let me look at something. So why would that do that? And why is that not? So let's go back here. Let's open that back up. And it changed the game. So guys, what I'm doing, and I think I'm losing myself, and I do it all the time, but for some odd reason, maybe because I'm doing a video, I can't figure out how I want to do this. So you have to bear with me. You have to absolutely bear with me. And like I say, guys, this is one of those things where you'll have to sit down and actually play with it and get it together. But what I'm really wanting to do is something different, and I'm not able to figure out how I normally do it, because when I'm in Logic, I can just do it. Machine's protocols are a little different when it comes to cutting and splicing samples and stuff. So let me see. Yada yada. I literally do this all the time, and now I'm drawing a blank. And that's normally what happens when you start to make a video. The wonderful world of YouTube. So, since I'm not able to manipulate this the way I would like to, I think I'll just move on and not manipulate it at all, because I haven't had enough coffee and my brain is not awake. On this Sunday morning at 7:42 a.m. How about it? Let's see. I don't want to waste a lot of your time, so let's do this. I'll come back and make a video about what I'm trying to do, because I really can't even verbalize it right now. So let's do this. So now that we got all of this stuff set up, let's open it up, open it up, open it up. And as you can see, you got all of your information here, right? So once you made all your different variations of everything you want to do, what you want to do, you want to go in here, and now you see where it says scene. You want to go into scene, and you want to right click on scene, and you want to rename it, and you want to rename it intro. And then what you want to do is pick everything that says intro. And we'll turn this one off because I was not able to manipulate it. So everything that says intro, if you pick everything that you set up as intro, when you play it, you'll hear what your intro sounds like. Here we go. So that's our intro. So then we hit this little plus right here, and see how it started scene 2. So scene 2, you can call it whatever you want. We'll say lead verse. We'll go lead verse. And once you pick lead verse, you're going to come down here and you're going to click on that lead 1. You can click on that lead verse. You can click on that lead verse. And then you can actually click on this bass here, but let's name it. Now we click on this one. And we'll name it lead verse, since I didn't manipulate it. We'll do a separate video on me manipulating it so that I can show you what I really wanted to show you, as far as how to manipulate that bass and do some really tricky stuff with it. So if you listen to everything you chose for the lead verse, this is what you'll end up with. And I don't like what I got here for the lead verse. I'm going to go to strings. And I don't think I manipulated the strings the way I wanted to. So let's go through the strings, and I didn't. So let's go here. This first one. I'm going to delete that. And then lead verse. You know, technically, I don't want those on the lead verse at all. But I'll take this one out, and that lead verse will be that one. And then I'll have both of them. And then we have an outro, and we'll work on them as we go. So on this lead verse, nope, don't do that. I'm going to turn that off. Let's see what our lead verse sounds like now. It should just be the pluck and the beat and the bass. There we go. Now that's more of a lead. You got your MC coming on and he's spitting. You know, he getting it in. Yeah. Yeah. Go. Yeah. So yeah, so you got that. So let's do a second lead. Now this is where we can go and say, we can name it, and we'll say lead V2. No, not V2. We'll say 1.5 because it's still the first verse. So then we'll go down there and pick our 1.5. We'll pick our second one. Yep, I think we cooking now. We cooking. Let's do this one, and then we'll drop this bass in here. Now let's hear this one. So that'll be that one. Then we'll go click here. We'll rename it. We'll call it hook. And then we'll go full. Let's see which one we want here. That's the full one. We'll take that one. We take that one, and take that one, and then start the next one. We'll rename it. We'll go, let's see, we'll go lead 2. So what we're gonna do right here, we'll take this breakdown. We'll take this. We'll take, we'll take that. We'll take that. And then let's see, let's do an outro. Because we don't want the video to get too long. I want you guys to just see like the main ingredients of how this all works. So for outro, we pretty much just picking everything that says outro. And there you have it. You have an intro, lead, verse, lead 1.5, hook, lead 2, and outro. So now, if you want to put it all together and make a song out of it, you click this little icon right here, and it takes you over to the song section. So now this little plus right here, you can click it, and you can say insert, and you can say, I want the intro. And then you can click this one, and you can just go on and on and on. And as you can see, every time I pick one, it changes the organization of each pattern that I put in, each group, each scene. So now I'm just going to go down and put them all in the way we made them, just so you can see how easy it is to just put a track together. If you notice, I'm just picking them in order. I'm not doing anything fancy. So you can actually make it to where you can put it together in order and not even have to look back at it. Now, I won't go into the clips mode. Let me show you something here. We can go into clips and really start messing around. So we can convert to clip and we can start messing around and changing timing and stuff like that. But we don't want to go into that on this video. That's a new feature. That's something that you would want to sit down and play with a little bit. I haven't had a real big chance to mess with it. Even though I understand it, I don't want to put it in this video because this video is more of a beginner's tutorial. So I just wanted you guys to see how easy and how quick you could put a track together, sequencing and arranging. We did a little EQ in last video. We could even expound more on that, a lot more on that if you wanted to, if you really wanted to, but we won't. I want to keep it simple so that the people that's just learning Maschine can really get down in it and get the rudimentary part of Maschine going in their brain so that they can sit here and experiment. So at this point, we're done with the track. We got it all sequenced. We got it arranged the way we want it. I think that we at a point where we can listen to the track. So I tell you what, if you like the information in this video, feel free to hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you would like to. No pressure. It's free. I mean, if you like information like this, I got a lot more coming. I do have the video coming with a bunch of new products and stuff I bought for the studio and a lot of just new stuff I've done to the studio. So it's going to be kind of like a studio reveal slash me doing like some reviews on some new studio monitors and stuff that I got. So stay tuned to the channel. A lot more to come. We're going to get into some more beat making. We're going to get into some mixing. We're going to get into some mastering. We even going to get into how I make my videos. We're going to get into a lot of that stuff. Now, I want you to be able to see everything that I'm doing for the channel so that if you would like to start a channel, you could take some of these tips and tricks and use them for your channel and make it a lot easier for yourself. So on that note, man, like always, this your boy Goldmine Mood Swing Mitch. We out of here. Peace.